Set the thickness of the planer to just under the thickness of your boards. In this case, the boards are 15/16 inches thick, so the first pass will be set to 7/8 inches. After you pass all the boards through each time, turn the adjustment wheel about half a turn and then pass all the boards through again. Repeat this process until you get your desired thickness. It is very helpful to have a partner to assist you by catching the boards on the other side and handing them back to you for the next pass through. You'll be finished planing your boards when all of them are planed down to 3/4 of an inch thick. This step is cross-cutting the ends to rough lengths. Both pieces should now be about 12 1/4 inches long. After the ends have been rough cut, you can cut them to the final length. The radial arm saw is a good saw to do this on. I usually prefer to use it for cross-cuts, but in this case I'm using the table saw because the current blade is better for cross-cutting. Make sure to put the square end to the fence on the table saw. This is the edge that was just cut on the radial arm saw. Then trim the other edge to square and flip the pieces to cut to the final length of 11 1/4 inches. Now you will cut the ends to the final width. The final width is going to be 10 1/2 inches wide. Start by marking in from the edges 2 inches on both sides. This is where the bottom of the legs are going to come down to from the circle cut in the middle, which you will shortly see. Measure down from the top 4 1/2 inches. That's going to be your reference mark for where the sides come down on the box. Make sure this mark is easily seen. From that line, mark down 1/2 of an inch, and that's going to be the start of the center point for the 1 inch hole that you're going to drill out. Come in from the edge of the board, half the width of the board, which the board is 10 1/2 inches, so we come in 5 1/4 to find the exact center of that hole to be drilled. For this mark, you're going to use a combination square. The combination square is set to 3/4 of an inch, and then you use it to draw a straight line down the edge of the board. The line that you're seeing is going to be cut out later using the bandsaw. After you've finished one, move on to the next piece and make the same reference lines on the edge of each board on the end. And you'll notice that I'm only marking it down 4.5 inches, which is the reference line that you saw previously drawn in the middle of the board, which is just above the circle that's going to be cut out. That line 4.5 inches down is how far down the side pieces are going to go for the cutout.